Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
Terrorists win.
chance to actually make it into the Pro League, be a professional Counter-Strike player.
That's the thing that Mountain Dew League provides.
Kinguin, you know what? If anybody has a shot at 2-0, it's Kinguin. Beautiful Counter-Strike. You usually only see that into the professional level of things.
We are one of the youngest team in top 20. Many teams can underestimate us and we can surprise them with our tactics, show our Polish power.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally going live here for the first match of the night. This is, of course, what you've all been waiting for, Fnatic versus mousesports. We're going to be jumping right into it. Apologies for the short delays, but taking into account we have 14 matches or something going on. 14 teams trying to get ready and get on the servers for the matches tonight. We have 7 concurrent games. So we're jumping right into the match. This is a pistol round, Fnatic versus mousesports here on the first map, DE Cash. Following up will be Mirage, and there's 2 best of 1s. Obviously, mousesports have already qualified for Pro League. They cannot be eliminated, but Fnatic, they're just outside of the bracket. They're 7th place right now, so they need to win both their games, and they need a few other teams to lose theirs at the same time. There's a lot of pressure on Fnatic to pick up both wins this series, but let's see how they perform here over on the first map. This is going to be the more likely one of 2 that they can take. Cash being a far better map, at least for Fnatic, than Mirage has been of at least recent performance, but regardless, mousesports have been looking on fire when it comes to events like DreamHack recently. So I'm interested to see how this one goes. But we're into it anyway. Fnatic on that T side, as I said. We're going to have Armour over on Flusher. Oh, everyone except Flusher. He's got a couple of bits of nades, and they will be setting up outside of the A site. Looking ready to burst this one, it seems. Flusher's going to throw down his nades. There's smokes and flashes going out. There's only Dennis on the site to deal with this. Oscar's going to be rotating in as well. Nice angle from Dennis. May just catch him, and he gets himself one. Doesn't drop the bomb, but it makes its way to the plant spot. However, hasn't gone down. And Dennis and Oscar, they are wreaking havoc here. Wrapping around the site's going to be Dennis. Finds himself death as Flusher removes his face swiftly. And the rotation coming in through mid from JW is going to land himself a quick shot as well onto Chris J, but he's dinked in the meantime. So low. Flusher tagged as well. They need to get the bomb down. The time is ticking away, and Flusher, he's going to make this one work. Takes down Rops, but he will eventually be dropped by Lowell. Rotating back in from the car there, and mousesports, despite a great start, it gets a bit choppy towards the end there, but they still pick it up. 1-0 here for the CT side. So, as you would expect, Fnatic, no bomb down. They will be forcing things up. A few bits of utility. Mostly armour and pistols here, the dreaded Tech 9s alongside the Deagles, as we see on JW and Dennis. We're going to see a bit of aggression coming out from mousesports, maybe some information play. Oscar, he's pushed up towards the vent area. There will be a boost being employed as well as that. Chris J is very forced into middle. They're just focusing on the mid control right now. Not only do they have Chris J pushed up, but Rops is now in the vent thanks to the handy boost from Oscar. We have Dennis as well supporting from the highway box, but this push is going to come down onto B. We have 2 players ready to take the fight, and Oscar, he is there, sprays down the first, does get traded by Flusher, but Rops is going to drop in tow to try and trade him out. However, he falls down too. Flusher's found himself 2 entries to B, and that's going to force a lot of rotations from mousesports. But look on the other side of the map. This is where Fnatic are hitting. The issue is the bomb. It's dropped outside of middle. They need to go pick that up. If only they had it, they could have had the A site in and of itself, and they could have won that round. Now it's starting to look a little more difficult as mousesports, they realise what's up. They've rotated a player back towards the A site. Dennis just lurking in the midst of the CT spawn. And Chris J in the meantime is pushed up, catching rotations left and right. Takes down Flusher. We'll hear the footsteps going into main as well. And better go TV lag, but we make it in anyway. The bomb will be making its way towards the site. Chris J very close. He will be spotted. Grim's going to be taking that fight. Succeeds. Now it's all to Lau. Has to clutch a 1v3. Does pick up the first, but 12 bullets left. He needs to hurry up and utilise this while the bomb is being planted. But no, it goes down. 6 bullets remaining in the clip, and Dennis, he's just going to tag him away. It will be Fnatic to pick up that second round force buy. Very surprising one as well. It was looking like mousesports could have at least realised what was going on. Once the bomb was dropped outside of middle, it seemed that mousesports at least rotated Dennis back towards that A side of the map. If they realised that Fnatic maybe had a little more pressure on A through the squeaky door and the main area as well, they could have maybe rotated a second one and stopped that push, but it was all left for the retake, and Lau wasn't up to the task, but a force coming back in either way for Mouse. Double scout. UMP as well on Lau. Again, the triple mid setup we see this time, with no vents control or aggression. Sitting far more laid back towards the top and middle. JW will get boost in the meantime, over towards that red crate. Finally, the aggression comes in, and this may result in a boost as well. Lau, he's actually going to chuck Dennis up on top. No one's going to be there to spot, and Flusher will pick up a kill onto the aggressive Oscar down towards B, but Dennis, he's still in this position. This is great, because not only can you wait for Fnatic to boost into mid themselves, or you can also burst in through the A main area, have a really quick retake, potentially drop the bomb. A whole array of options here, and with Fnatic setting up outside of the A site, he is going to be poised perfectly to deal with this one. Fnatic looking for another entry to make their lives a little easier. The smoke will go down. There's no one here on the A site. mousesports very set up for the retake here. We're still waiting on Dennis to drop on from the boost and come in from the flank, but it's going to be Chris J picking up JW over in middle. The flank not working out. He tried to split through the highway, but it's just not going to go his way as Dennis just drops off back. He's not even going to go for that aggression. He decides to regroup with his team and make their way towards the highway area, trying to get back onto this site. The bomb, in the meantime, has been planted for Fnatic, but they still got a huge order ahead of them. There's a lot of mousesports players going for this one. It doesn't seem like they're fully committed just yet. The time is ticking away. They don't have a kit, so if they want to go for this, they have to hurry up and get in the site, get these kills sooner rather than later. I just don't think this is possible anymore at all. Rops will pick up one, but he gets traded. Olaf drops Chris J, and yeah, this is all over. Dennis wants to get the hell out of here, but he's cornered. He's completely circled by these Fnatic players. There's no way they'll let him go down. He will get taken out by Dennis. Dennis dropping to the man himself, and now Lau just holding on to that UMP. So Fnatic's round again at least. mousesports really undecided on that retake there. If you're going to go for it at that point, you need to just get into the site. Economical damage didn't really work out in their favour either. Fnatic kept quite a few players alive. 3 in fact, so going to make things very difficult for mousesports to actually hurt this T-side economy. Either way, will be the Mac 10 coming in for Olaf. He knows that they have low money. He knows that the Seco is coming in. Aside from Mals, who only have the UMP on Lau, everyone else is just going to be default on USPs, and Fnatic taking advantage, hitting in towards middle. Again, the triple play here coming out from Mals, but it's going nowhere. Flusher, Crims, and Dennis all pick up heads. Rops does drop one in the meantime, and he is spotted down towards B, so should just get thrown out of that position as Crims removes him. Lau, the only weapon man, is going to drop without a lick of damage. Fnatic get away with it once again. 3-1 here on the T side. A great start, and mousesports are finally going to be on their bye. Full rifles. Olaf even opting to stick with this Mac 10 as well. Very brave decision, but they are just going to charge into B, and if they actually do commit to this one, it could be so dangerous. There's only Rops here, the new addition to the mousesports side. He's got a huge task ahead of him. Been performing very well recently, but this is just a tall order. Fnatic have got 3 players set outside of B. He needs to call for a rotation. He will. We start to see Dennis make his way back in towards this side of the map. But there we go. Rob sprays down 2. Great stuff there. Dennis has finally made his way back in as well. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered. mousesports have shut down this Fnatic push. They can't commit with this anymore. The bomb is still in their favour at least, but other than that, they've not got a whole lot going for them as they start to rotate back on in. Lau's going to be pushed up and squeaky in the meantime, and he'll get spotted. Dennis could take him down. He's got him cornered. Nade and Molotov still in his hands as well, but Lau, whether he throws down the smoke, can escape or at least fake it. But he will just fall on back. No need for mousesports to get aggressive in this position. They have a 5-on-3. They can just sit tight, wait for Fnatic to make the play. Because if they play the trade game, they utilise that buddy system, this round will be as good as done. It's going to take a big mistake from mousesports for Fnatic to get themselves back into this round and pick it up. At this point, it's mainly about economical damage, taking rifles off of the hands of this CT side. Lau crossing back towards the site, has safely made it his way away from Squeaky. Does find the angle into JW as well. Great shot from him as Fnatic to begin to rotate back on into A. Starting their push, but look at the CTs. Look how many CTs we have here. 4 out of 5, and even Dennis knows what's up. There's 20 seconds left. These Fnatic players cannot rotate. They have to commit towards this side of the map. As they start to push on into the site, it's going to be Dennis and Crims left alive. Crims removed from the equation, and Dennis jumping on top of the forklift for 1, but that should just be it. He will get taken down. mousesports pick up the round, and 2-3 is going to be the scoreline. At least mousesports coming back in with a round to try and close this tiny gap that Fnatic have brought in. AWP on Olaf. No Mac 10 business today. It's just going to be the rifles. And maybe a bit of a pick towards middle. JW does get smoked off, so he can't commit for it. But it's going to be Crims deep into the squeaky door. Fnatic already poised towards this A side of the map. Far from committed, but in good positions to do so. mousesports, again, double mid play, not the triple, but they still have plenty of players towards this position. Chris J pushed up with that UMP. Dennis supporting from a range of the M4. Again, a more so retake setup here we see from the mousesports side. If Lau needs to, if they throw that smoke down right in front of him, if they just cover the cross here with the smoke, he can back off all the way towards Car, play for the retake with Dennis as well. They don't have to commit to anything here, and that's a great setup from mousesports, but they actually move on players in. As Fnatic start to make a bit of a push onto the A side, Oscar will deny the first, but Chris J aggression will get caught on the rotation from JW, so at least now he can filter out mid and try and split towards that A side, but Dennis disallows it, takes his head off. mousesports still in a 4-on-3 right now. Fnatic losing players quick and fast. And Dennis will follow up with another one onto his arch nemesis, Dennis himself. And the rest of mousesports just rotating in time to clean it up. Not even playing for the retake there. They could have just backed off and gone for that 5-on-4 retake. But no, they commit to it and it works very, very well. Still, Fnatic are going to force things up. They do have the WMP, Tech 9, double AK as well. Plenty of utility to get the job done, but the issue is they seem to be getting out engaged in every single fight they take. And Lau jumping on top of the boost, no response from Olaf Meister, will go straight down. mousesports taking that man advantage once again here. And Fnatic just not in a position to trade. Instantly, pick comes through from Lau, he drops out, no trade allowed, then the smoke comes down to disallow anything from Fnatic. No monkey business today. And they can even just go for the gamble stack here. They can even rotate 3 players towards the A site and have a 4th very, very close by. Chris J drops on down. The Dutchman falling from the skies gets himself 2. Dennis does manage to take down, well, Dennis. It's always a weird thing to say, but Crims is now alone. Caught in the squeaky door, catches the first. Oscar goes down, but there's still plenty more players for him to filter out. And Lau's just going to shut the door. Go away, it's my territory here. But Crims does respond, actually gets the kill. And that's a bit silly from Lau now, because now not only is this clutch more doable for Crims, but also that's going to really, stop the economy of mousesports from growing. If you have 3 people alive, you can build your money up fairly easily. But with 2, it's going to be held down. Either way, mousesports should be able to close out this round. Unless we see a pick come out here from Crims. Could take down Dennis. But he's moved into A main with the support of Rops as well. Gonna get found, but still gets away with a kill. Very, very shakily there. mousesports pick up the round. And yeah, I mean, if Lau just didn't go for that fight there, it would have been a whole better situation for mousesports, because they would have had 3 players alive. They wouldn't have to reinvest in, a UMP here. They could have 4 rifles. I mean, realistically, they can have 4 rifles now, but they know that Fnatic are probably going to be eco or force. So it's better to go for a UMP just to rack up a bit of money on Chris J. Fnatic, only armour on Dennis. Rest of them just pistols here. Chris J again, aggressive towards mid. They will hear his footsteps for sure. He makes a lot of noise there and they burst out. He's blind, but he's got support. Dennis is going to be able to pick up 2. Chris J, he hears the tags, looking in for more, finds himself another double, and Crims is going to get found as well. Great stuff from Chris J and Dennis. And mousesports, a clean anti-eco there. Pause will be called out. I imagine this is a technical. Dennis is just disconnected from the server. But so far this is looking like a pretty equal game. Fnatic, however, yet to get a rifle round on the board. That's the only issue. Oh, sorry, they have had one rifle round. But as you can see, Mal's currently on a 4-0 streak, doing very, very well. Dennis will be rejoining, however. And AWP now passed over to JW, as you would expect. He is armorless here, so that's going to be a bit of a handicap. Oscar, not really in the same situation. He has armor. But either way, we know what JW's like. As long as he can pull out that vintage form, you never know what he can perform. So He makes his way deep into Squeaky already. Fnatic set up for a bit of a mid-play. You can see smokes and flashes going to be set up and a flashbang to go in, but JW picks up the first. Oscar, aggression over towards Squeaky, gets caught out. And let's see Orpa taking the duel away for his side. Olofmeister in the meantime drops Chris over in middle, and Lowell is now alone on the A site. Dennis will finally join him as he backs off from that middle position, but he gets tagged by the Orp as JW charges out onto the site, takes himself one, and Lowell trades. He's still alone towards the back of the site and getting chased from behind as Flusher removes his face. It's going to all be on Rops. Wrong side of the map here, but it's definitely doable. They've got, you know, a bit separated in this position. He does manage to find himself Dennis, but at this point it looks like he's just going for the straight up save. Unless he can quickly wrap around towards CT spawn, potentially get this pick onto Olof, he could go for this, realistically. There's the second. Nice tap. This guy's nuts. And I think he's going to go for this. Why the hell not? He's already found himself two. Flusher has an AWP in his hand and only one smoke, but again, another 1v1 presents itself, and this is exactly what you shouldn't do if you're Fnatic. Crim says no need to take this fight here. It could be the death of them, but no, he gets away with it. Takes the kill back for Fnatic and they close out the round, but imagine another situation where Rops hits that shot, takes down Crims, now he has a 1v1, and that's just Fnatic completely misplaying the round. No need to take every single gunfight you see. Double AWP pulled out now for mousesports. Chris J and Oscar, the two former AWPers of, well, this team at some point at least. We will see another burst play from Fnatic straight into towards the middle area. Do flash himself through. The wall of smokes allowing them across. And mousesports playing it perfectly. They don't even want to contest. They don't want to get rushed through the smoke like Olofmeister is doing here. They're just going to completely back off towards the A side of the map. A boost into vents will come through, and Rops with the AUG. This is weird. Let's see how this works out. He's not going to push any further, and Dennis hasn't exactly spotted him yet, so just got lucky in that regard. But still a very tight engagement. All it takes is one mispeak, and there we go. Not a mispeak, in fact. Robs takes the kill. That's just crazy. Bye-bye, Dennis. Great pickup on mousesports. Interesting choice of gun. The SG used more so on the T side by players like Magisk. But the AUG, you barely ever see it employed just because it's just a bit messy. It's expensive gun, 3300, and a bit messy. I'm not a fan of it myself. Spray control's a bit weird. Again, it's fairly simple to control, but I think most people just rather stick with the M4, but it does have that one-shot potential. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, that's only the SG. I'm pretty sure the AUG doesn't have that one-shot potential, so even less of a reason to buy it up. But he makes it work. 20 seconds left. Fnatic have to hit towards this A site. They have all their players outside, and Flusher, he opens things up. Doubles down as well. Dennis is dead, and now it's all onto Lau. He's the only person who can stop this bomb plant, but even then, that's unrealistic, as it will go down towards default. Olof planting that safely for Fnatic, and a great individual play from Flusher will manage to single-handedly make this round doable. But again, Rops, he's using this AUG, and he's getting headshots left and right, finds himself Flusher. These players starting to rotate back in. Mouse definitely have to go for this. It's very, very doable. There's only, you know, AKs and AWPs, no utility left for the side of Fnatic, but JW will have the AWP, securing another kill. Lau goes down, Crims will follow up, and it's all onto Chris J, who runs for the hills. Fnatic, a 5th round on the board, finally going to wrap two together. Don't get reset, and they even take down Chris J. Olaf chasing that frag. And now that's the real issue for mousesports, right? Because they don't have any money to play with on two other players. 3 players can buy up, and now we're going to have to see pistols or UMPs with body armor on players like Chris J or Lau. Yeah, just pistols, 3 rifles, no kits across any of these players either, so a difficult spot to be in for mousesports. And Fnatic know exactly what's up. Flusher's even going to buy up the MAC-10 here. This could be dangerous considering we have some rifles, but even so, this guy's a god with every weapon in the game. However, Dennis will shut him down, but look at the damage that has been employed. Dennis tagged, Chris J tagged. It's only going to take singular bullets from Fnatic. And Robs just holding the crossfire. Chris J with him as well. Dennis does take down Chris J. Robs will re-peek him for more. Does take down the second. Actually goes in for a bit more of a fight, but flashes himself with that flashbang actually, so has to back off it. But re-flashes in. The flank comes out from Olofmeister, takes his head off, and Rops is dead. Now the B site's been opened up like a can of worms, with only Lau even close proximity to stop it. But he's smoked off. Nothing he can do. Rotation is long for Oscar, and Dennis is close, but again, only a pistol and 20 HP. His gun's been thrown over to Lau. Walking into the site once again, but it just doesn't seem doable. I think they may even have to save here. If Oscar drops, they've got to go for it, but Seems like he's just holding on, but actually going to go right into the site now. Maybe it's on. Oscar does fall, and yeah, that will signal it. Lau just going to hold onto his weapon. No point going for it anymore. It looked like they could have committed to it with Oscar falling into the site there, but with the pick coming instantly through for Fnatic, a 3v2 retake, no kit, no utility. No, not going to happen. At least Lau gets scrims. Fnatic, they've got some good rifle rounds so far on the board. 6 for them now. Locking out these post plants very, very well. It seems like a lot of these rounds, at some point it's undoable, and Fnatic still managed to get those last second picks to get themselves deep onto a site and get that bomb plant. And mousesports unable to retake any of these rounds so far. You can see they've never got a defuse. So Fnatic clearly having success. Dennis and Lau will be on weapons. Other than that, it's just pistols here, very bare bones. And setting up outside of A once again. Only Lau. He has been boosted. She has his teammate there, of course. Dennis. Oh no, they surely know Lau's boosted here. They saw Dennis close. Lau will pick up one. He drops in for more. Shuts the door as well. That's a very clever movement. And may he get a second. Dennis is in the open, but he has 2 players there peeking with him. JW misses the AWP shot. Lau, he's found himself 2, making this one very costly for Fnatic. But again, it's only pistols remaining as the rest of them are completely flushed out. Flusher takes down Rops. JW can't afford to fall here as Chris J rotates back on in. Lots of damage. Grabs himself the gun as well, and he doesn't get dropped. Now Oscar's in a prime spot, edge of the smoke, can spot Crims around this angle, and will even push him, but gets his head removed. Again, it's Chris J now, has to hold onto his gun, will be the round going to Fnatic, but so much damage done onto JW, 4 HP left. One more bullet, and that retake was very, very doable. And he's even chasing. He's chasing! This is JW for you, ladies and gentlemen. He's chasing with 4 HP. Why would you do that? No idea, but it works. Great stuff for Fnatic. mousesports will be able to buy up now. Lau going to be a little bit limited. UMP for him. Maybe he'll get a kit. Good. He gets a kit. I like a good old kit on the CT side. You see so many times teams don't pick up kits. They just go for the full nades instead. I think you should always have 1 kit if you're going for an investment. Drop a smoke. It's more important to have 1 kit somewhere that you can use. And put it on a mid player. So you always have it on the rotation. Or at least between sites. AWP on Oscar. Spotting in towards middle. Not going to be able to find... Oh, sorry, B. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. Dennis and Flusher are tagged down, at least through middle. Good nade damage and spam damage as well. But Olaf has pushed all the way up in the meantime, very close towards a highway. And if they split these players in through the squeaky door, for example, like Crims, they can just, send Olaf up highway, go for that split play down towards the A site, get a really easy pincer attack, and it'll be very difficult for mousesports to defend if it's timed all right. JW's doing exactly that. Spots the rifle. Chris J in the open. Dangerous position. He pays the price for it as well. Now that just leaves 1 towards the site. It's all going to be on Lau and instantly just tries to move towards MBK as the mollies fly on in, but it's not going to work out. Already Dennis has left the site, trying to catch up 3 kills in middle. And this makes sense. Instead of trying to fight on the site where you're likely going to have lots of Fnatic players, try and grab a lurker, try and kill Dennis who's trying to split towards a highway or catch rotations. The issue is Dennis is being flanked himself. Olaf Meister's right behind. Will spot the head. Oh no, Olaf. He's trying to get so much information from this. This isn't the knife play. This is him going for info. And he gets it. Looks in for more. But oh, the reload. The timing's so bad. Rops even gets the peek onto him and takes down Olaf Meister. Oscar may be holding for the save, but Rops can get a little more damage done here. Good flashbang out. Does get himself 1 by the trade. And that's important for Fnatic. Because not only does that make this retake undoable, but it also means that mousesports don't get to save 2 rifles, which means eventually their economy is really going to go to, nothing. It's getting very, very crushed each round. You can see the rounds that Fnatic are winning, mousesports aren't saving many players. They got 2 in that round. But those are the 2 rifles, full up in this round where they only got 2 kills. So at least Oscar saves, but at this point Fnatic are just holding down the economy of mousesports, not allowing these guys to hold on to weapons, and that's important. I like what Olaf did there in CT spawn as well. Instead of just going for the instant kill, when he's deep into CT, he has a CT here, he could just shoot him, but people from mousesports are just going to push like that, like Rops did, in towards the CT spawn, expecting this whole area to be clear. The only issue was the timing was a little bit off, but say, the player over in Connector didn't move, we could have easily seen, Olaf killing Rops down here and then killing the second player in the Connector, but either way. Mouse forcing things up with just one saved weapon, with that AWP. Chris J on the scout. A couple of UMPs as well, a bit limited. And again, only one kit. Utility is very, very held back as well. Fnatic have been doing crashing work on this economy, but can mousesports bite back? Chris J trying to answer. Olofmeister spots him. Doesn't know if that's a scout or an AWP either. Just got to be very, very careful with that peek. Nabe will go out, going to peek with it. Actually spots a player moving out of the vents. Good Molotov, but Robs, how does he get away with that kill? He takes himself a free one. Flusher does trade, and he walks into the Molotov of Crims as well. Not a good situation to be in for Robs, but he just tried to escape from that mid-area, knowing he was going to get chased down with such low HP. But I have no idea how he even got that kill onto Olof. Something else, this guy. Something else. And Lau, if he could get this pick off into mid, take down Flusher, this could be great, but it's looking far, far harder than that. As we are going to see Fnatic set the rest of the players up into A main. Once again, rinse and repeat, split into A, but at the end of the day, Fnatic, they do have this one lurk player down towards B, JW. He can just throw nades, he can just push in, be a nuisance, cause rotations. Oscar spots him, takes the kill, but now he knows it's not A. They should rotate instantly because Dennis is going to be alone. You can instantly see Lau's going to be moving his way in through the CT spawn, and it's all onto Dennis to stop this plant. He's in a great position. Flusher's dropped a rotation, but Dennis in through the smoke, grabs himself one, takes the AK as well. It leaves Flusher alone in middle to get caught out, and Dennis left on the site, spots the head, but no Oscar's rotated in. What a great round for mousesports. They managed to pick it up against all odds, the buy being far too weak. And even though Fnatic sent in JW to create the fake here, Oscar peeked out from checkers, spotted him out, called instantly, I've only killed one, they're not going B, and that allowed the instant rotation coming out from the rest of the mousesports players back into that A site, allowing Oscar to pick up that final kill. So good stuff. Mousesports get another round on the CT side, but Fnatic are still leading. 8 rounds here on the T. Mousesports just settling with 6, looking for the final one of the half as we see the force come up from, well, really both teams. Neither team having a perfect buy. Utility limited on both sides, and Olof, oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. He does it. Takes down Chris J over in middle. Fnatic have opened it up once again. The pick going their way with no retaliation from mousesports. They can just charge them from the site of their choice, and that choice is B. Oscar's dropped. Rops is trying to rotate back on in. Flash goes out, peeks with it. Does do some good blinding, but he doesn't get the frag. That should have been his kill. Krim supports, and Rops will go down, allowing Olofmeister to escape with only 15 HP. And it's our last round of the half. Only 2 players versus 5. They have to try and retake, but this round is as good as done. Krim spots another. Dennis can't get that kill. And mousesports, they're out of this round. They even have a flank coming on. Come on, JW. Show us what you got with that scout, buddy. Gonna move in. Gets a tag. That's now distracts Lau. Turns around, but JW's taking the kill anyway. He does not care. He will get traded by Dennis, but that leaves him on 2 HP. And that's it. What can you expect? We'll be going the way of Flusher once again. Mousesports only get themselves 6 rounds on that first half. Fnatic with a solid 9. And we'll be going for a short 60-second break before we carry on with the second half. Welcome back. We're going into the second pistol round here between Fnatic and mousesports. Obviously this is the cash. The half ended 9-6 in favour of Fnatic. Now we go into the second one. A very important matchup. If Fnatic don't pick up this win, they cannot pretty much mathematically... they cannot qualify for the LAN finals. They need to win both games, plus a few other teams need to lose their matches. But we're jumping into this one anyway. Let's see how it goes. mousesports, very fast boost up towards middle. It's all on Flusher, alone towards mid. We will see actually Crims rotating through the connector to try and support him. But Flusher has to back off here. He's getting hunted down here by these Ts, chasing up with the Glocks. It's JW to open things up though, supporting his teammate as Flusher backs off. And Crims even has Dennis here over in middle to drop another player as they start to push on him, but it's going to be the B-split coming in. Olaf set up for the retake, doesn't check his back though. He has a player pushing him from behind. Chris J whiffs the shot, and Olaf's going to go big for two. What just happened? Crims mows down another couple of players, and the round will be going for Fnatic. What a weird pistol round. mousesports, they split up through middle, they try and get themselves in towards that highway, but without a pick they actually lose a player here, so they can't get their way up to, towards highway with a man disadvantage. So instead try to split quickly down into the vents. Chris J comes in from behind, gets killed from Olaf, and these players get mowed down from Crim. So a good round for Fnatic, very individual. And now we have mousesports left with just pistols. No bomb plant, no money. 4 Tech 9s and a Deagle. One flashbang on Dennis. That'll just be to get them in through this smoke into B. That's basically all they need to do. Just charge on it. It's Dennis and Olaf to play close. Dennis does get spotted. He's going to spam away. Does get tagged down and goes down to Rops. Olaf Meister looking to try and trade things out, but he has so many players. He has nothing going his way. Lau takes him down, and now mousesports have control of B. We're going to have charging in JW, finds himself one, lots of damage as well. He even tags down the player over in Checkers, as these players, well, they are smoked out. The heaven is not covered off. mousesports have no more utility left for this position. They picked up a smoke to throw down towards the CT spawn, but that's going to be it as JW rotates back in to go through the vents, but he will be heard from the player playing close Checkers. That will be Dennis. As Flusher and Crims look to both come in through main here. I think it's almost undoable. I think they've probably got to save if they don't find another pick in just a few seconds. Kits are galore, but still, mousesports not really peeking. Finally they will. Oh no, that's a big mistake. Do not give Flusher those opportunities. Lau will get retaliation though. It looked like Flusher wanted to jump in and dive on the bomb there. Maybe go for some kind of last second defuse, but Lau does deny him. Gets away with 2 HP as well, and 2 saves coming out for Fnatic. But that was very close. If Flusher got that third kill onto Lau, he would have maybe even had that defuse, because the last player was over in B main. He could have had a teammate take him down. That was Dennis, and then they could have just, you know, flushed it out and got that defuse in just a couple of seconds. But either way, it is, you know, a way for mousesports, considering they only had pistols into that round and they get away with it. It's very, very impressive. Now Fnatic with pistols themselves, a UMP and a couple of rifles. Instantly towards middle, we're going to see some aggression, and Olaf pushed up on B in the meantime as well. Dennis looking for some kind of pick. Olaf is going to grab the kill in the meantime onto Rops. A weapon dropped and picked up by the Swede. As he moves in from the back line, it's going to be Dennis to actually follow up with kills. But gets traded by his arch nemesis, by his duo. As Olaf finally wraps in from spawn. I feel like mousesports should be aware of the potential there. If he gets that pick up with the CZ, grab himself a gun, you've got to be aware he could push him from behind. You've let go control of B. Olaf can always be sneaky in the back. We know what he likes to do. I mean, all of these Fnatic players love their lurking. Flusher, JW, Olaf, they're all players very, very well known to just run around the map and do their own thing. Chris J is now alone, and he has only got a deagle. He will be dead too. And now just Glocks. They will invest a little bit. Of course, they have got some money to play with, and the resets even come in. So yeah, you may as well just force up at this point, because at this point, mousesports have to double eco. Whether they force or eco in this one, it won't affect much. Only the utility or the AWP potential they buy up in that buy round in 2 rounds time. But Oscar's saving cash for that exact thing, as well as Chris. It's a bit of cash maybe for utility. As mousesports set up these smokes outside of the A side of the map, it's just going to be JW and Flusher to defend. No close players as well. Crims can rotate as well as Olaf Meister, but It's basically just on these two players to get the job done. Flusher, with only a CZ, has to play close. Will chase down Lau, gets the first kill, and has time for the reload as well as he backs off towards the site. Nate going out for some more damage, but Flusher is going to be alone now as his teammate gets overrun by Rops, who gets himself a double. Olaf has rotated in, but Crims has lined up 2 frags, spraying down Dennis and Oscar as Chris J and Rops are left. Last 2 men standing. The Molotov forcing Chris out of position, but actually Rops, he goes down. Chris gets himself 1, takes himself 2. That's massive. Only 1 more needed, and Chris J, with 11 points of health left, needs a final shot. He gets it. Olaf is dead, and mousesports, they pick up the round just off the back of that clutch. What a phenomenal display from Chris J. 8 rounds to 11 a round. Mousesports should not have won, and they are going to be reaping the benefits of that. Plenty of cash to buy up now. It's Fnatic, look at them. All their investment gone to waste. They're not even going to force this one. They're not even going to go for it. And the interesting thing is as well, they don't have a lot of cash to fall back on. They're going to get 1900 after this. They could buy up somewhat. They'll have 4 to 5k on these players, but it's definitely not a full buy. So while it does make sense, it's going to be a very, very limited buy when they go for it. Is this metas? No, this is not metas. This is Hugo. Oh, nice shot from Chris J. Continuing from the previous round. JW even chasing, but Chris J's prepared. All onto Olaf. He's alone towards A, but mousesports aren't even hitting. That's the thing about pistol rounds, right? Just because you get 2 picks, if you do that on a rifle round, you usually charge into a site. But if mousesports gets 2 picks up against ecoing players, it doesn't mean a thing. Because Fnatic could have stacked that site. Mousesports could go, oh, we got 2 kills, rush A, and then Fnatic have 3 players left. So playing it safe, playing it slow, get those 2 picks. You don't have to go, is the saying. Wow, we'll follow up with another one. Olaf Meister goes down, the 3rd player on A. And now this is probably when you choose to hit towards the site, because 30 seconds left, you don't want to leave it too late. They will walk into B with only Dennis defending, but he has got a pistol here, and we know what 5.7s are like. $500. How much damage can it inflict? Rops is going to be the first man there, so probably none. But actually they back off. They bring the bomb back towards the A site, and that's just because of Chris. He's probed all the way towards CT spawn. He got himself so much information. While he may fall down here, no head armor. That's a fatal mistake. Crims now has a rifle. 15 seconds. He can deny this bomb. He can get more. Takes down Lau, but the head is removed by Dennis. And now the other Dennis trying to rotate back in to pick up the pieces of the fallen round. That could have been so great for Crims. So unfortunate he got shot in the face there. And Dennis, he may even save this one, but Oscar not going to allow him to. He goes for the fight. Gets dropped by the AWP. And mousesports, another round on the board, keeping 3 alive. Matthias, thank you very much. And thank you, Kimbo Slice. Ooh, good spray through the wall. Olaf's tagged a little bit. Could have connected a little bit more as mousesports established a default early on in the round, not wanting to commit to anything just yet. Smokes are going to hold them back as well in through middle. JW just posted with the AWP. He doesn't want to be jumping around like he usually does, because take into account he only has an AWP with no armor. So if he starts moving around, gets caught out, 1 bullet will put him off guard. Hold an angle, get the shot, drop back. Definitely what you should do when you don't have armor. Oh yeah, apologies for the clicks on my keyboard. Again, this is a home production for those wondering, because there are so many games going on in the Pro League tonight. I'm broadcasting this from home. I'm observing, producing, and casting, so maybe a little bit off. Hopefully you won't hear too many clicks, but you will hear a couple of camera changes every now and then. But I've got a lot to do. But in towards A, it's looking like mousesports want to hit. There's 2 players to defend, Flusher and JW. Flusher's towards the forklift, going to go for that fight onto Chris J, but he gets his face removed. Chris J finds the opener, and JW alone just going to get chucked out of the server by Chris J, running out in through the squeaky door, gets himself 2. Dennis even follows up, and that leaves just 2 left. And instantly going to go for the save. Fnatic not even want to contest this. Mousesports will be hunting a little bit. This is dangerous. This safe spot could, result in them going down. They have good positions for a bit of a crossfire. Dennis can kind of bait them in and Olaf gets the kill. But look, they're even going to volley it, or at least flash it. They know where he is. They take one. Dennis going to fall down after that kill onto Chris J, and now Olaf's position has been spotted as well. Lau doesn't need to fight, but of course he will, because he wants to drop this M4. He wants to take it out of his hands, and he will get away with it as well. Caster, what's your name? My name's Hugo. Someone in here can put my Twitter, I think. If you are enjoying the cast. Hopefully you are. Yeah, Blorp dropped my Twitter. Cheers. Fnatic, though, just pistols here. Looking like mousesports may catch up to the 11-11 scoreline. As long as they don't fall to these PT50s and 5.7s, or CZs at least. This one should be mousesports. Fnatic probably going to have to go for a bit of a stack or do something a bit spicy to catch them off guard. As mousesports feed their way out into middle. Or at least attempt to. Molotov goes out and vents. Olaf's not there, but it doesn't really matter. Mousesports finally making their way out. It's Dennis to push in first, but he's got no support here. You need to have a second player join him, because the trade is important. If Dennis gets dropped, that's a rifle grab for Fnatic, so it's good to have both Rops and Dennis in position to shut this one down. Rops is just waiting. Dennis is on the other side of the smoke, does fall on back. JW playing close on the side now. This PT50 can be lethal. If he peeks out though, he gives away his position. That's the element of surprise gone, trying to find himself a pick. But Flusher on top of the rafters gets himself one. JW dropped on the site, and Dennis with a deagle does do some work. One for him. Oscar gets dropped by the USP from Olafmeister. The silencer coming into great effect there as Dennis is now chased down, but it doesn't matter. He gets himself another D. Almost goes in for Rops, but he will eventually be taken down. But look at the time left. 20 seconds on the clock. Rops has to grab this bomb. He has to get the plant, or he has to get the kill. And Olafmeister is playing this so well. Instead of sitting by the bomb, exactly where Rops would expect, he's coming in from the back. There's no way Rops will ever have a clue this is going on. Tries to grab the bomb. 12 seconds left on the clock, but Olafmeister will catch across. He should get away with his kill as Rops makes his way towards the plant spot. Will stick it. Olafmeister, oh no, he's given up his best opportunity. AK grabbed, got to take the fight now. Reload coming in, but Rops is hearing it. He's chasing down this kill as Olafmeister wraps around the back of the site, trying to find himself a better angle, and he does. Gets the kill with no armor as well. What a round from Olafmeister. I thought he may, throw it away when he actually allowed Rops to cross towards the site, but he doesn't. He gets that retake, he gets that kill, and Fnatic, they will pick up the round. I will increase the crosshair size after this map. Don't you worry. What I literally said, this should be the round where mousesports should get up to 11-11. This should be, the equal round, because it's a full eco. Fnatic had pistols, nothing else, no armor, no utility. And they throw it away! Oh my god, what a round for Fnatic. You've got to give props to them. Mousesports can still buy. They've got obviously some cash left, as they did pick up 3 rounds previously, keeping a couple of players alive in the last 2. So now they're going to start to set up outside of the B side of the map. Oscar? Not too sure. Dennis is going to get tagged. Interesting. We'll go with that. But Rops has at least pushed himself into checkers. And this is good, because while mousesports have backed off, if these players from Fnatic actually try and form a rotation, if Dennis tries to leave the site and go towards CT at any point, Rops can peek in and catch him in the open. And that's very, very important. Flasher, though, opens things up towards middle. Does take down Oscar. Rops still hasn't striked over towards that B side of the map, but he's actually going to look like he wants to peek. I think JW might have a bit of an idea. He seems to be going around the angle with the AWP. Rops is just on the other side, and there we go. There's a rifle spotter. He knows what's going on. He just needs to wait, but he's actually going to go for it. Risky, and he gets away with it. Rops is dead, and mousesports have lost 2 players. Stuck in an awkward spot with 30 seconds remaining on the clock. JW and Dennis are the last 2 standing here. Mousesports about to walk into this side of the map. Dennis Does find lots of damage, but Chris J takes him down, and 20 seconds left. That nade could be crucial. So much damage. Chris is 7 HP, but the smoke will allow them to cross. This bomb plant can go down, and Flusher, he gets caught rotating back in as well. Now mousesports, they've still got this round alive. It's still doable, but not when shots happen like that. JW burns Chris, shoots Lau through the smoke, and Dennis is going to be the last man alive. Can't even go for this round. What just happened? JW rips apart mousesports through smoke. The Molotov denies the plant. The second kill stops the second player from going across the site in through smoke with an AWP. That could have been mousesports' round. It was everything they needed. Dear, dear, dear. Not a good position to be in for mousesports. They've had 2 buys. Not only did they lose it against full pistols the first time, but they lost a 4-on-3 when they should have had the bomb down. Now they're on pistols themselves, but they forced it up. They saved a bit of cash, but not enough to get the job done, I'd imagine. Lau finds one. Flusher, aggression in main to cancel out that first pick, and also follow up with the man advantage taken back in their favour as Rops tries to feed out of this A site, but Olafmeister takes him down. 2 players remaining now, and mousesports already a done deal. Oscar not going to allow, or not going to be allowed to get that final kill. Flusher takes him. Fnatic 14 rounds. And, I mean, at this point, Mouse, frankly, have thrown away 2 of the easiest rounds well, not easiest rounds, but 2 rounds they really shouldn't have. I do like these guys, but this is just so unfortunate for them. They're falling apart. Now they have to force things up. They do not want to play into OT. They want to get this win. And frankly, they've got a fairly decent buy, so I don't blame them. Tech9s are lethal. Glil on Rops, not great, but 2 AKs. At this point, I'd probably say maybe a UMP on Rops, but maybe he's got that personal choice just to go for the Glil over it for that range. Olaf, though, posted with the AWP. Oh, he gets it. Oscar goes down. And while he is tagged, that's still a pick. Dennis will go further. Takes the head off of Rops, and Chris J trades. Olaf still on the site, very low. Good tag from JW. Olaf will finish a job as well. And JW goes in for more as well, leaving just Dennis. Crims takes him down, and Fnatic, they've got themselves 15 rounds. This will be map points here, grabbed by Fnatic. For those wondering, this is a very important match as well. If Fnatic pick up both wins here, they can mathematically qualify for Pro League. The finals, obviously, in Dallas. If they don't win both maps, they physically cannot qualify. And they're on their way to be doing the first. But still, the day is not done. The map is not over. mousesports are still in this one with a chance. Chris J has a Tech9, but everyone else on rifles. And Oscar going for that smoke boost. I love this. Great angle. The issue is no one's there. You can't get a peek. Flusher spotted. Information grabbed. And he actually just jiggle peeks towards the side there. May expose himself. Oscar gets good damage, but the smoke is gone. There's no need to employ the boost anymore. Nade will not go down, but Rops actually gets a kill onto Dennis on the entry. There's just Flusher left on the site. Still low. Oscar takes him down, but JW rotates back in with the AWP. Fnatic still in a 3v3. The bomb is not down on the site. In fact, mousesports don't even have the site control yet. Lau needs to get that for them, but JW takes him down. Now it's starting to look difficult. Crims removes another. It's all onto Rops. A clutch is needed, but it's not going to happen for the Estonian legend. It's going to be the round going to Fnatic. 16-10. They close out that first map, and that will be one of 2 that they need. The second map coming up is going to be Mirage, ladies and gentlemen. A very important map still. So Fnatic have taken the first one, but it is not over. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this first map. To give you a bit of information so everyone knows what's going on, because obviously there are so many games running at the same time, the second map of the series will not go live until all the other matches are done. The first map of every other match is done. So we need to wait for the first map of Na'Vi Heroic, Hellraiser's Nip, G2 Phase, etc. to be finished. And then when that's done, we will continue with the second map. So a lot of people, obviously, they're complaining in chat. They're going to be putting, oh no, why is the match not started? It's because we're waiting. We have to wait for everything to start at the same time. I've just had that confirmed. So that should be very shortly. Astralis Envious is 12-13. Hellraiser's Nip is 14-13. See, Heroic Na'Vi are only at half time. So we are going to be a little bit delayed here. Unless this decision gets removed and we actually start up early, I think we're going to be a little bit of time before the second map. So be sure to stick around. We will be going live with the next one, hopefully shortly, but I can't say anything myself. Either way, Hope you have enjoyed the first map, and if you have enjoyed the casting as well, a bit of a self plug. You can check me out on Twitter at itsHugoTV. I'm sure someone will drop that in the chat for me. Yes, that's about it. So yeah, and another thing as well, because self plug, but it is ESL, so I'm allowed to do this. The ESEA Mountain Dew League finals are going to be on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. They're going to be broadcast all day Saturday and all day Sunday over on the ESEA Twitch channel, and I will be casting that with big names like people you may know, like Moses, Machine, Harry, Scrawny, and Bok. So be sure to check that out as well. But we're just going for a short break. We'll be back with the second map hopefully soon. Be sure to stick around.
Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
welcome ladies and gentlemen. We're going into the pistol round of the second map here. It's Fnatic versus mousesports here on Mirage. The second one, we did see Fnatic pick up the first cash, 16-10, but now we move on to a more shaky map. Not only that, a great map for mousesports, but let's jump right into the pistol one. Dennis is at least, he's got himself two. Oscar and Dennis, though, did respond. Back into a 3-on-2 here. We have mousesports up in the connector. They do have that window control that Dennis has taken. He's got a USP for the range as well. So actually a good gun for this position. Flusher is close. Crims is on the site, but he's gone. Now Flusher's low. This could be a real doable situation, but Dennis is now in a 1v2 as his teammate gets caught over in the connector. Bomb still dropped. Plenty of time to play with, but he just needs to remove Olofmeister from the equation. He actually backs off though, so now things are starting to look more doable. I think they know exactly where the bomb is, and Olof just going to sneak on up. Takes the kill. Fnatic, they will pick up that first round. Now, let's bring in some context into the mix. For those wondering what happened with the other games, we've had a lot of big wins. And not exactly the wins we were expecting either. A lot of the teams we thought that would kind of take this, teams like Astralis to beat Envy, nope, they fell apart. Teams like Na'Vi to beat Heroic, nope, they fell apart. So now Fnatic are in the top 6. This means Fnatic are in for a very good shot of making Pro League finals. And if they get this win, it will only make that chance bigger. But even if they lose this, they're still in for a very good chance. Just due to the wins that we've had. We've had teams like FaZe lose to G2 and stuff like that. So it's a real doable situation. So Fnatic are definitely in a good spot here, but it's definitely not, you know, confirmed. So still got to play out this map for the final confirmation. Got to see how everyone else does, see what the round difference is, do the maths, and chill out, and then we'll know what's happening. So Fnatic looking to try and take the second map. Now, as I was briefly mentioning in the pistol as well, well, Cash is Fnatic's best map, a map that they just took off of mousesports. Moving on to Mirage, a little more shaky for them. Definitely not their worst map by any means, but it's far from their best. So this is one that mousesports are actually fairly well equipped on in terms of strategy. So this one could be an upset, well not an upset, but just a win for mousesports. I'd say this series is fairly 50-50 anyway. So mousesports could take this one away, and that could be dangerous for Fnatic. Either way, mousesports are qualified, right? So they don't care. Not to say that they don't want to win this game. Of course they do, because, who doesn't want a better seed going into the event? But even so, Fnatic, a lot of pressure on them here. But they do have the first 2 rounds at least in their bag. They've got a bio round coming up next after mousesports for Eco. And this should just be a bit of a clean anti-eco. Although I said that in the previous map, we had a couple of weird upset rounds of pistols, but mainly in favour of Fnatic, not against them. Scrims will open things up. mousesports are just left with a Deagle, a PT-50, and a double Glock. Crims, even hunting for these, takes down Oscar. There's the bomb dropped, and at that point the round should be over, because Crims can just sit in the palace. He can just defend that bomb, and without armour, that UMP is going to shred these players. There's nothing they can do. You can see Lau trying to spam away with a Glock, just not going to work out. Dennis takes him down the flank coming out from Crims, should be able to follow up, and of course he will. It's all onto Chris. He's on a 4K right now. No ace though, that's Olof's. He's stealing it, taking that final kill onto Chris and Fnatic. Round difference doesn't count in EPL. Teams have same scores as head-to-head. I think the admins were saying earlier to me that it's not determined yet whether it's a round difference or head-to-head. They said we may have some head-to-head matches, but it's not definite. I'm not too sure. Like we'll have to wait for verification. Let's just cast a match at least. Let's just watch some video games. As Lau, he gets tagged heavy down mid. The AWP puts him down to 40 and he gets spammed 12 to 3. But it's Flusher peeking out from the connector. Gets himself one. May follow up, but he gets caught out as Dennis catches him moving away, trying to back off to take that man advantage home. But he falls down. Now back into a 4-on-4. But the aggression from Olof, this could be perfect. It's well timed. He's coming in from the back and no one's here from mousesports. They're actually pushing into the connector. In the meantime, it's all going to be onto Crims and JW sitting over in the jungle. Crims is dropped instantly. Now it's all on JW. The flank from Olof is so long. And JW sitting right next to Lau, man. You just need to check this close corner. He hears the pin pop. He knows there's a player close, but he can't peek due to the smoke. It's all on Olof. A lot of pressure. Trigger discipline. Takes the first. Moves on in. Hasn't committed. JW will be dropped in jungle in the meantime. It's a 2v3. Still doable for Fnatic, but a hard one to get. Molotov is going to be perfectly placed. Oh, apparently not. Goes on top of the balcony. Rops will drop Dennis, and that is just unlucky. Unless it was purpose, because it could corner out that top player on balcony, but doesn't do a thing, as Olof is now left. Has to save onto this gun. Has to run on back. Will try and get exits and try and do some economical damage on the way out, but Rops turns him down. It's Fnatic to fall out of that round, and mousesports to pick up their first of this map. 1-3. Either way, both teams on the bye. JW a little bit limited. It's not going to matter too much because mousesports are set up over towards these B apartments. That's a nice nade. Does go deep, but they just move out of it. Flusher in the meantime sat over towards short, and JW pushing up a little bit, trying to get himself some information, or at least a close position to take the fight. And this angle's good, because if anyone here from mousesports walks around, chances are he'll get the drop on them, and there will be a trade. And a 1-for-1 with a CZ versus an AK, definitely a good one. But they aren't walking in towards the B apartments, at least not yet. Lau's holding the outside, but the rest of them, they're sitting in towards middle for the time being. Pushing on in. Now this essentially looks like a bit of a short split, trying to make their way down in towards this B site. So the pressure is mainly going to be on Flusher here towards short to deny this presence coming in through that short area. And they will start to push up. There's a spray, but Oscar gets to first. Nice shot with the AWP. Gonna try and follow up. But now towards the JW. Sat alone in the apartments. Gets himself one. As I say, a 1-for-1's good, but not with a man disadvantage. However, Dennis will claw it back. Takes one. Falls to the second one as Crims takes him down. Oh, sorry, that's Lau. Takes him down. And Crims will fall alongside him, leaving just Olaf. But Oscar will drop him. And mousesports, they pick up a second round. 2 rounds to mousesports, 3 to Fnatic. Olaf, Crims, Flusher, all P250s, but really not a lot of hope. Although I say that in the first map, if you did miss out, Fnatic full eco won against mousesports full buy. So, who really knows? We're going to see a very fast charge into B. Chris J opening things up. He does manage to take down Olaf, and Oscar will follow up as well. This is just easy for mousesports as they run on in. No issue taking down these armorless players. Mincemeat it is, as Flusher is left alone. Stuck in towards middle. No hope to close out this round. And Oscar, I think he may have just spotted him there as well. Going to be holding the angle, at least waiting for him to walk on close, and Flusher will be doing that just below the shot. Oh, what a shot from Flusher! We'll have the AWP as well. With no teammate in the vicinity to trade, Flusher could just run on back and hold on to that AWP. Invested $300 into that round and got himself almost 5k. Well, actually, including the Molotov, he did get 5k. So, what an investment. Ooh, dirty. Very, very close to falling away here. He is getting chased from behind. They really want to get this gun off him. They do not want to allow him to get away with it. And he will go down. Dennis takes him down. Even if he didn't, there's players from the flank, so there's no way he could have held on to that gun. Quite scary considering, you know, if he did, Fnatic would really have a very good buy up at their hands here. They do still have a great buy, but an AWP would really, you know, make the biscuit for them. They have a Mag 7 on Crims, it allows them to get more utility, but again, this is kind of what I disagree with. Fnatic not going for a single kit on the team, and so many teams do this. I'm not too sure why. You could easily forfeit a Molotov for a kit, and I think at least doing that for one kit is worth it. And putting that kit in towards middle, meaning not only is it likely going to be rotating into the site, but also if it gets dropped, it's in between sites, meaning it's close to pick up, regardless of which site the bomb goes down on. So I don't know, a weird one. Either way, this buy is definitely good from Fnatic. Crims utilising the Mag 7 at close range towards a palace, and mousesports just again charging on into B. Absolutely no fear on these guys. Smokes, mollies, flashes. They've got the full Monty as they run on in. Dennis going to be playing close, and a rotation will be pulled in as well as JW makes his way into the market. But it's Dennis to strike first. Takes the first kill. Lau as well dropped, and Flusher and Olaf. Everyone going to be chiming in here for one, apart from Olaf, because he's just standing there doing his thing. Finally, he will get a kill. And it's going to be Fnatic to close out that round with absolutely no issue. They even take an AWP. This time they get away with it though. Still, mousesports have some cash. They can drop a few weapons, buy up. Rops can throw over an AK. Oscar gonna get the AWP. I don't know. I understand it, but that's going to now limit his teammates. He could have dropped over an AK, but now Lau's going to be left on just a Tech 9. Still good enough. I mean, if one of his teammates gets dropped, he can easily grab their gun, but it's a risk reward of do you go with the AWP or do you go with the full AKs? And I think this makes sense, especially when you have such an explosive AWP on your team like Oscar. Flashes in towards middle. It's going to be a close position here from Dennis, trying to get something aggressive. Does manage to catch out the first one, looking for the second, and the wallbang comes through. Lau trades from lower mid, and he's going to have his teammates supporting him as well. Chris J, who will chime in for one, but Lau gets two in the meantime. The boost into window as Rops gets dropped towards ramp. And now Fnatic split up either sides of the map. Olaf takes down Lau towards the underpass, and that's a bomb dropped. Chris J was attempting to split in through the market with the combination of the bomb going back through the apartments. But now, with that bomb dropped and taken hold of by Olaf Meister, it's in a really difficult spot. Chris J has to get that kill. He has to get that bomb back. But Olaf, this is so common. Instead of holding onto the bomb, he just moves back. Going to play the mind games here. Going to reposition. Try and get into somewhere exactly where Chris J wouldn't expect. And I want to see exactly how Chris J plays this. He's going to move on back in towards middle. Looking like he will go towards A. He has a full set of utility. Absolutely no issue for him. He can easily take any site. But the issue is, Crims is going to be very close for the rotation. Olaf's on the other side of the map. But actually, oh no, Chris J. No, of all the places he could have gone. Not like this. Not like this, Chris J. He goes down. Fnatic take it. He got given himself a free site. Now for those who are about to criticise that play, the reason he went for that is because if he went towards the A site and tried to get the plant, let's iron out all the positions the CTs could have been in. 1, 2, 3, 4, well 5 including if you take on top of balcony, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 positions. Now you can't clear that out on your own. Combined with the fact there could be 2 players stacking towards A just to play for the safe option. So that play, trying to sneak in from the back lines and go somewhere where they wouldn't expect, makes a lot of sense. The issue is Fnatic one step ahead of the game as usual. It's going to be mousesports now with just pistols to charge out onto this A site. But look at the spray down. Nothing going to go their way. Lau probably going to get tapped out in just a second. They know where he is. And they just want to play the trade game. Stick all together. He gets a kill with a Glock. JW? Not too sure. Don't know how anyone goes down to a Glock there, but fair play. It's mousesports. They now have the rifles in. No AWP on Oscar, but still plenty of utility to play with. And Fnatic, they are reaping the benefits of these 1 rounds. They have so much money to play with. Orb out, full utility kits across the board. Not an issue at all. JW stuck in towards middle, looking for that pick with the AWP once again. Molotov is spotted, or smoke, sorry. Going to force him out of position. Can't exactly block that. As you see, as default established on mousesports, they aren't hitting heavy in towards any areas of the map so far. Just kind of holding on to their control. They take mid deep. With the smoke's going down in both connector and window, it allows them the passage to push in towards short if need be. But Olaf, the boost does not work out. Oscar, great shot there, expecting the angle. And that's mousesports just gifted a free kill. Not only that, but the mid control now made so much harder, especially combined with the fact that they're re-smoking all these positions and still have a smoke left on Chris J. Window's still incapacitated due to that smoke, although it will eventually run out. And that connector smoke only just went down, so it still has about 8 seconds left on it. Now mousesports going to try and make their way somewhere, but the issue is they don't really have much options other than A, because they have 1 player towards ramp, that's Rops, can split up towards his site, but if they went B, they'd have to walk fully through short, which is dangerous with no split from the apartments. But don't worry, Chris J's found the entry. Rops can probably follow up as well, considering Flusher is alone on A, but he gets a bit of a retribution frag, takes down Chris J, and moves back in towards the CT spawn, making this man advantage a little less difficult, but still, 30 seconds left. Rops is holding the angle. One will be faked. It's not going to bait out Flusher, but Rops, good shot, takes down JW. Flusher returns fire, takes down Rops in response, but Oscar still not committed to the plant. Good angle from Flusher, takes Lau, goes in for more. Flusher, that is absolutely sick. And Dennis, he's alone. He's got 15 seconds and both players have a crossfire on the site, but Flusher, he's just going to take the ace. What a retake. Or not even a retake, they didn't even get the bomb down. Fnatic, an absolutely crazy round. 7-3. Should not have happened from Flusher, but he gets the ace. I have absolutely no words about that play. That is just something else. I thought maybe he'd get 1 or 2, delay it, allow his teammates to rotate in, and then mousesports would probably just play the numbers game, but no. He takes the round single-handedly. Now mousesports left with just pistols. No bomb plant as well. That's the most important thing. The money is just screwed on these guys. If they got a bomb plant in that round, they could have probably bought up into this one. Considering they have about 2k post-investment. They could definitely get a buy. But no, that's going to limit them severely. At least they get a kill into middle. JW goes down. The AWP removed from the equation. But again, they lose a player in the meantime. Flusher takes down Chris J. And Dennis sitting towards short. May get cornered, but he gets chased by the player with a Glock. Oscar goes to the floor. And Rops and Lau remain as the last 2 standing here for mousesports. With Rops gone. Lau on a 1v4. No weapon to work with other than a Tech 9. Dangerous weapon, but absolutely no AWP. or M4 or AK, meaning range is going to be an issue here. And Flush is posted up, holding the angle, spamming away. Lau, he got a Glock in one of these rounds. He got a Glock kill in one of these rounds before in a 1v4, but this time it's not going to work out. Dennis takes him down. And now mousesports back on the buy, but again, I mean, realistically, this should be a 6-4, maybe 6-5 at this point. If mousesports picked up that round, they really should have won without Flusher getting that ace. AWP on either side though. Oscar's finally brought it back, and this will be interesting to see how he plays it. If he can get himself the pick, open up the round for mousesports, which they often seem to do. They constantly seem to be getting that pick towards JW. Even if they don't get that kill, they usually flush him out of the window room, and that really is limiting Fnatic's mid control. We see constantly, mousesports aren't having an issue getting onto the site, they're having an issue getting the kills while they get onto the site. Fnatic are giving them the control towards middle. Mousesports are making their way up into connector or up through short almost every single round, charging it to B. That's not the issue. The issue is the fact that, well, not only Flusher is acing, but Fnatic is not allowing this bomb to go down, and they're also retaking very well when they do. So again, we got to see mousesports get onto the sites and get those plants in. That's a difficult thing. Lau does trade though, so that first kill going the way of Fnatic is pulled back in the favour of mousesports, because a 4v4 going to favour the T's here. It means Fnatic have to split up more, equally across the map, meaning they have less control towards certain areas like B, because now in a 4v4 they have to either leave mid or leave B, and they've chosen to leave, well, technically leave B, but Flash is not really holding mid, he's just holding more of a passive mid to allow them to boost, so he can get a pick. But it's mousesports to walk into this B side of the map with just Dennis to defend. In theory, this should be their site, but Flusher has a quick rotation. Dennis, though, can he defend? That's the question. One kill onto Lau. Oscar catches a rotation onto Flusher, but Dennis is caught in the open by Chris J. Now leaving 2 from Fnatic to retake. This should be a done deal. There's no way mousesports should overexpose himself. They have all the time to plant. Rops will put that down as well. And Oscar's posted towards the window room as well to disallow the market, to disallow them back towards the site. But it's going to be the split coming in, both short and market. JW coming in first, looking for that pick with the AWP, spots the head, but he gets flashed. Still unable to find this first opening kill as Crims also looking for something, but there we go, JW's gone. Oscar peeks him with the AWP, and Crims, if he can't find a pick in the next 2 seconds, he needs to save. Seems like he's just waiting for exits. If mousesports exit towards Mark, he can get a kill. Attempting a ninja maybe, but that's just a bit overzealous. Maybe even just a kill. I mean, Fnatic have a bit of money to play with. Even then, it's not really worth it. All he was trying to do is take guns off of Mouse. The reason being is they have 3 players alive. If he got one more kill, that would have stunted the growth of Mouse economy. Maybe if he took the AWP off, for example. That could be great, but it's a risk-reward play. Either way, Fnatic can still buy up almost full. JW the only one who's limited here by money. But is he UMP limited? That's a question. Not really. Not in the current meta. And now we have mousesports changing things up. Set up towards A. This time they put a bit of a more lax control around mid. Rob's taking that lurk roll over towards the middle area, as he usually does, while the rest of them set up this smoke take towards the A site. It's going to be Flusher and Crims, the first 2 players to make contact here. Nate goes out from Flusher, but he's smoked off on the stairs. Has to look over the top of this angle. Over towards the triple box to try and find a kill. Crims hasn't been smoked though, that's the issue. The Molotov is deep, but that won't catch him out. It's Olof doing the catching here as he peeks out with the AWP, takes the first. Instantly 3 players are left for mousesports, and the retake is on for Fnatic. So good so far. But they're taking it slow. Pushing on back in. Flusher. Up on the stairs, going to make contact with Rops, does try and get him, he actually lands a shot as well. Dennis trades, but now he knows where he is as Flusher falls in from the sky, takes him down. That's JW actually to pick up Dennis, and Lau to get dropped by the AWP of Olofmeister. A well synchronized retake, Rops getting picked, Fnatic going, we have a 5-on-2, let's just drop in, and they do exactly that, take the round. 9-4, a great CT side, considering this is a map that not only mousesports are very good at, but also a map Fnatic are kind of only average at. This is showing how well Fnatic can perform when they're up against pressure, and the pressure of them not qualifying for the Pro League finals in Dallas seems to be motivating them to pick up these rounds. Considering the previous maps, we had a lot of upsets. We had, MV beating Astralis. We had, I think, Oh, I'm going to butcher it. Heroic beating Na'Vi, for example. Things like this. It's big surprises. But, okay, Chris J walking through the smoke. The Mag 7 doesn't work, apparently, as Crims gets dropped. And now mousesports, individual play, going to open up the round and give them an opportunity to get this bomb down once again. It's Flusher to rotate in, but Dennis in through the smoke. 1 kill, and the open plant from Dennis going to fall. Flusher spots him. Lau may pull back. 1 kill, but that's only what he's going to achieve. Oscar's still close, but the smoke's about to dissipate. And this is going to be a real issue because he'll be so exposed not only to the CT spawn where JW sitting, getting that kill, but also to the jungle. However, it doesn't matter. Flusher cleans up the last player, and Fnatic 10 rounds to 4. mousesports in a difficult spot here. They have 3 Tech 9s, a double scout. Weird buy, but maybe it will catch Fnatic off guard. Who knows here? JW has an AWP to counter these scouts, but he's in towards middle alone as mousesports. They set up once again towards ramp. Chris J trying to look for the opener. It's going to be Dennis pushing in though, in through the smoke with 20 HP remaining. Finds a kill into Crims. Nice shot there. But Flash is still over towards the jungle room, holding the angle. Does spray down. Lots of damage. And he actually picks up the kill and move as well. Going to have to fall back, but Dennis is still close. Could catch him off guard. But no, Flash are going to spray him through the smoke. That'll be it. 4v3. Fnatic in a great spot. Olaf Meister will do another as well as he takes down Lowell, and Rops and Oscar are last 2 remaining. This round should just be done at this point. Oscar actually tags down Flusher and takes the kill as he is extremely damaged early on as well. And now mousesports, I mean, this is doable, but it's very, very difficult, considering the scout's going to need 2 shots to take down every single one of these players aside from headshots. But Rops, he could take down JW here, because he may be tunnel visioned in on the behind, and yeah, there we go. Rops has found it, almost whiffs it, takes the kill though. It's going to be the push up short. Oscar falls, Dennis takes him down, and Rops returns fire. Now this is doable. Rops is in a clutch situation. He's taken 2 already. He only needs a 3rd, and Olaf Meister's coming from below. I think he heard the footsteps. Rops zoomed in on the position. 30 seconds left, but Olaf heard the scope. As Rops moves on back, the Molotov goes down. He makes his way in towards the A side. Bomb in hand, 20 seconds on the clock. And he only needs 1 bullet with that AWP to remove Olaf Meister's dreams. It's all a game of timing and wit as Olaf pushes back in. Good angle from Rops, but can he hit the reaction shot? That's the question. Spots him going for the jump. Peeks out wide. Oh, Rops! Wallbang headshot. This is why mousesports picked this guy up, for the flashy plays like that. He takes the clutch, he takes the 3k, and he takes the round for mousesports. But anyway, that's going to be the first half of this map concluded. We will be back very, very shortly with the second half between mousesports and Fnatic for the second map of this best of 2 in just a few moments' time. So be sure to stick around. We won't be long. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're jumping into the second best round here of the second and final map of this series is Fnatic versus mousesports here on DE Mirage. Hope you've enjoyed the matches so far. This has personally been a really enjoyable one for me. I've been liking this one a lot, so let's see how it continues. Fnatic, a very risque buy, but I like it. Double Tech 9 Raid Boss setup. We have two smokes on Flusher and Crims, and they are going to be faking towards A. Already smoking out towards A, sorry, not faking. The other players are actually coming in through the underpass. This is going to be split towards the A site. So the smokes go down towards jungle and connector and stairs. And then these other players with the Tech 9s, they split out through underpass and make their way into that A site. So Oscar, he's got to be the man to stop this. Gets spotted. They're spamming away. He still hasn't hit a shot. Finally takes the kill, but Olaf trades. And Olaf going to be looking for more as he rounds his way into jungle. Finds himself two. Lowell and Oscar doing work, but Olaf doing more as he takes a third, but the flank is still coming in. Lowell drops in through the middle area. And Olaf, he's looking in for the 4K already, maybe even potentially the ace. Lowell chases it, but Olaf finds it first. And Rops, last man standing. Are they going to allow Olaf to get this ace, or are they going to steal it as well? As Rops, he gets himself one, looking in for more. Bomb is planted, but he only needs couple of shots to get himself this round. Easier said than done, especially on 17 HP. One bullet from Flusher is all it takes. As Rops waits for someone to overpeak, overextend, take a fight they shouldn't. But no one's doing it from Fnatic. They're just playing a passive. The pressure is on Rops to make the next move as he works his way round towards jungle. 6 HP left on the man. He's surely going to get double peaked in just a second, but Flusher, he gets it all done. AD takes the kill. Olaf with the 4K with that Tech 9. And that is going to be the round going the way of Fnatic. Obviously scoreboard a little bit off because we did have JW and Oscar disconnect during halftime, so that's why they're on 0 kills and 1 kill. They did have impact in the first half, I'm pretty confident. But anyway, this is so far turning out to be a dominant map for Fnatic. More so dominant than the first one on Cash as well. Which is a surprise considering that's the map that, mousesports are sorry, this is the map that Fnatic is supposedly not very good on. Obviously Cash is a great map for Fnatic. But moving on to this, not so much Mirage, so I'm surprised to see them doing so well. Either way, Dennis coming in from the back. Olaf spots him. There we go. Takes the kill. And Flusher looking for a little bit more as well. Clearing out the connector. He's got one close angle player on his left. That's going to be Rops with the 5/7 armor. Not the PT50. And just a complete back off offer towards top mid. Not even want to take that fight. As Flusher moves on back, it's Oscar. Greeted with a lot of players over towards that ladder room and window area. Flusher going to be finally coming back into the connector. Spots Rops. Damage done. Down to 46. Fnatic looking to try and split their way into this A site eventually, but the bomb is still outside of B, so it looks like a bit of a fake for the time being. Scout from Oscar does land. Good damage onto Flusher. But Fnatic are far from committed to either side of the map. In fact, it looks like they want to finally take towards short as the bomb is picked up in the apartments and we see two players make their way up towards that B side of the map. Dennis, JW, as well as Olaf over in apartments with the support from Crims. This is the B take, but look how low some of these players are. This is doable for mousesports, or at least for Lau, who gets two, almost gets the third, but gets traded by Dennis. Now Rops again, another clutch situation for the man. A very tough spot to be in. Dennis even spots him on the jump, so now Rops with no weapon, only a pistol has to run on in. First one done, that's Flusher. He was on okay HP. Now this one looking more doable, but again, Crims is full health. Really, this just shouldn't be a possibility. Even if he taps the bomb, he'll get sprayed, and one bullet will end his life. As he finds himself round the corner, Crims is there, and there's the headshot he gets greeted by. Fnatic onto a 12th round. A fairly close anti-eco there. mousesports making it costly, but again, it's not going to come into too much of an issue for the Fnatic side, as they do still have the money to buy up, and they will have a full anti-eco here. So they can just stick with, Glock players if they need be, because mousesports are really not going to have anything to work with. Fnatic, in theory, don't need 4 rifles. They could go for 3 rifles, a MAC-10 and a PT-50. Something like that. Just play it safe economically, though. Either way, they will buy. They've got Olaf on that Tech 9. Oh, Tech 9, Mac 10. Posted up in that connector, looking to try and find the entry. Chris J spams away at JW, does take that kill, and I'm sure Olaf will now take that AK back. Not only so they can't take it, but also so he has a bit of a fallback, a safe fallback. Spots Oscar on the jump. And actually, funnily enough, that engagement in the first half, we saw Oscar headshot Olaf from that exact position, so a bit of a rivalry going on there. As Lau peeks in towards middle. And mousesports wrapping 3 players back towards the ESL of the map. They've got Rops deep in Palace as well to spot for any kind of rotation in toward the A site. Fnatic is still focused on middle. Again, looking towards that B area of the map. They've got the apps control from Crims. The rest of the players are going to make their way through short. And mousesports, their stack has not worked out. Dennis has to do this solo. And he's not even in the site to do it. He has to just play from the market. Because there's no way they'll allow him through that window. As the bomb will go down for Flusher. Mousesports just looking to do damage at this point. Just economical damage. To whittle away at the money that Fnatic have. Because it's going to start to build up as these guys pick up 3 rounds in a row on this half. Flau trying to find something, does get a damage off onto Olaf, but again, no kill. This is over. Rops has got himself the Mac 10, so that's good for at least, you know, getting maybe 1 kill close. Lau eventually finds that D kill, so does do something, but Flusher trades him out. And now we see Flusher chasing in towards short, trying to look for a little bit more. Actually gets overrun, doesn't matter, sprays down 2, great control, and has Crims to support him as well. He knows there's a final one there, but he doesn't know where he is, and Olaf gonna actually team kill. So desperate to get out of the site, he'll shoot anyone in his way, including his friends. Fnatic, they will round themselves up at 13 rounds after those 2 anti-ecos. 13 to 5. Mousesports yet to get around this half, but this is going to be their opportunity to do so. A couple of throwaways, now the buy. If they don't pick up this round, this map is probably done, to be honest, because Fnatic will be up to 14 and Mouse will have to force buy with no money. So last possible chance for Mousesports to really get into this matchup. It's not looking good. Rops is close towards ramp. There's Fnatic ready to burst, and they're not even going for the smoke take. They're just running out of ramp as soon as the smoke dissipates, or maybe before it dissipates. As Dennis charges on him with the flash. Rops takes 1, sprays down 2, tries to go for a third, but Crim trades, but it doesn't matter because they still got the man advantage. However, JW is making that slightly less so as he removes Dennis over from the stairway. Oscar in CT with the orb. Smoked off. Not going to matter. He can jump up on top. Get himself an elevated position to try and stop this bomb plant. He's going to go for it. Spots it. Trade comes through, but again, 1-for-1 is good for mousesports in a man advantage situation. And Chris J, even that surprised me. Shows JW what he's made of. Sprays him down through smoke. Doesn't manage to save the orb, which is something quite impactful now. Because while Fnatic can't buy up an orb, mousesports would definitely want to keep that economy on a high. Build it up as soon as possible. But Fnatic, as you would expect, forcing into this round with such a leading scoreline, you can't blame them. UMP, pistols across the rest. And this is just their pistol strat. 1 player towards the top of middle, 2 towards ramp setting up smokes, and 2 coming in through the underpass to split through connector. Exactly what we saw. We saw Olaf Meister and Dennis do this exact thing with the Tech 9s and the pistol, whereas Flusher and Crims are the ones setting up smokes. This is the same setup, the same 5 players and the exact same thing on the pistol with different weapons. A basic way of taking A. The issue is they really don't have the weaponry for it, but let's see what they can get done at these close ranges. They could burst, for example, or they could boost, and Dennis will do that. Going up into the window room, takes down the other Dennis and gets himself an M4, and oh no, Flush has got one as well. JW's taken down Chris J towards short, and now these pistols are wreaking havoc. Lau, not even going to get chased, doesn't even get given the free opportunity for a pick, and it's all onto Rops towards the CT spawn, has to do the damage, spamming away, gets himself 1, but there's still so many players, there's no way he can take more. Lau finally finds JW towards short, and Rops did dink Flusher in the meantime, but the bomb's down. Fnatic are in a 1v3, or a 3v1 at least. Lau has to push on back in. May spot the first, but he doesn't see him go towards ramp. That was a free pick. He could have taken down the crossfire, but now it's gone. And Flusher going to even be wrapping potentially back through the apartments, coming in through Palace. I think he knows, but he won't be able to stop him. Flusher's just on the other side. He's going to take the fight. This is cheeky. This is Flusher for you. Does the damage, but Lau will take him down. Either way, save coming through. Fnatic, they're up to 14 rounds here on this T side. And this is what I said. This game is as good as done now, because not only Fnatic 1 away from map and match point, but also, mousesports will have no money. They lost their first buy round. They'll have loss bonus, yes. They'll have 2,900 after 4 in a row lost. Plus Lowell on the save, which will be a little bit more to work with. They can throw over that rifle and he can buy up something else. But look at the cash. Not even 2,900, sorry. Oh, because of course they picked up that previous round. Brain fart. Completely forgot about that. But it's a reset. That's even worse for Mouse. They even have less money now. It'd be better if they lost the previous round and they get reset here. Because while they have 6 instead of 5, not exactly a saviour. My mistake. But either way, mousesports with no cash here and Fnatic just on the edge of teetering on this win. Again, it doesn't matter so much for Mouse because they've already qualified. This is far more impactful for Fnatic to win this one. But still, Mouse do want the better seed going into the main event, and Chris J, he's going to try and get that seed. Plants a bullet in Dennis's head, backs off, tagged up. Fnatic are playing this one safely now after losing that first man. Not overextending, just trying to regroup. Olaf trying to look for a pick in towards that A side of the map through Palace. Nothing presenting itself, but we may just see an opportunity. Actually, they're moving towards CT Sport, but Oscar walking through. Tagged. Information grab, but no kill. And Olaf spotting out Rops, I think. Or at least, maybe not. Over in the sandwich. It's going to be the rest of the players to split up through jungle. Or window, sorry. Or connector. Third time lucky. At least Crims is taking window, so it's not completely wrong. Messing up my calls right now, but maybe Mouse are doing the same. Dennis pushed up towards Ram. Olaf. Oh no, that's so unfortunate for Dennis there. If he got that kill, this round could have been really, really good for mousesports. A 5v3. But no, Rops mollied out. Has to move. Repositioning in the open. Players still very close to being behind. Flusher's not made his way yet out of the Palace, but that Molotov. Rops is getting so unlucky here. He's a flaming man. Although, he may just survive this one as he sits in the corner. They don't expect it, but Flusher will check it just in case. Takes down Rops. Looking in for more. Lau gets tagged, and these players are both so low. It's only Oscar left over towards the site. Stuck in the CT spawn. Flusher does chase him down. Good damage, but damage is not what they need. Kills are what they need, as Crims will finally take down Chris J, and Fnatic will grab themselves map and match point. One more needed for the win. mousesports looking pretty demotivated after this one. At least in cash it was close. It was back and forth. Both teams are doing well. Wouldn't say the same for this one. Either way, one more round needed for Fnatic to close out this series. As I said, Oscar in towards middle. AWP? Well, I'm usually expecting that, but this time it's a deagle, you know. Rops. Unlucky, man. Sprayed through smoke by Olaf. The Trace is giving away his position. Fnatic can now take this mid control. They've got rifles up against pistols. They know mousesports aren't going to be contesting it too heavily, other than Lau sitting on short. These guys are giving up the mid control. No window play. Only a close connector player, Oscar, with the deagle. But he's going to have to back off. The smoke goes down. He tries to find an angle in towards this window room, but this smoke is still not dissipated. He can't stop these guys from going up short. They will have that B site in just a second unless Lau has anything to say about it. Bait peeks. Does cause a bit of a shot going off, and JW just going to take the head off of him. 3 will now remain for mousesports. It's rotations galore, as Oscar can't even make that jump in towards short. It seems like this one is going to be over. But let's see if mousesports can surprise us. Oscar, apparently not. Crims will take him down. Now Dennis and Chris J remaining. Bomb will be planted for Fnatic. Utility expended to jump out. JW takes 1 and Chris J will be dropped 2. That'll be it. Fnatic take it 16-6, as we would expect. Game over, done and dusted. And Fnatic are in a very good spot now to qualify for the Pro League Finals. I think they might have actually done it just off of that win, but it depends how the other matches went, so I won't say for sure. But it's very, very likely they've qualified for the Pro League Finals in Dallas. So, interesting nonetheless. Very impressed with Fnatic from that matchup. You know, wasn't expecting a 2-0 by any means. I was actually expecting a 1-1 split. I was hoping Mouse would take this one. But either way, it's a good series nonetheless. And that will be done. So again, guys, that will be my first out of 2 series for tonight. That's me done with the EU matches. I'm not sure any of you will be staying up till 4 in the morning like I am, but I am going to be casting the next match, which will be Misfits versus Immortals at 4 a.m. CEST. So in 6 hours. So no, sorry, 5 hours. 5 hours. So if any of you are a fan of that match, be sure to tune in to Immortals versus Misfits, and just a few. I'll be going to sleep before then, I can imagine. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. That will be the second and final game done for this one. And yeah, really nothing else to say. That's all done. That's all finished. And I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, you can of course drop a follow over on my Twitter, because I'm self-plugging because I'm a horrible person. It's Hugo TV. I hope you did enjoy the casting. Of course, it was very different, as I was both observing, producing, and as well as that casting on my own. So no duo partner for me tonight. But either way, it's been a lot of fun, and it will be fun continuing on later this evening. So again, guys, hope you have a great evening. Twitter at @It'sHugoTV. I'm sure someone will drop that in the chat, and we will see you guys soon.